Hey, welcome back, everybody. I have got the bottle of wine open and I'm 3 glasses in already. It was a hell of a break, but holy shit, did I need that.
Holy crap, dude. 3 in.
With
Woo!
it, in
All
my
right.
defense, they're little glasses, but I am making good headway through this bottle. So yeah, that was a bit of a misadventure on my part, at least with the last rewatch with Steve and Pips and Alex. Steve is also a prophet of the dragon, as you guys all know. But I tried. My ambition was to do it sober, and I couldn't do it. So really looking forward to this next half of
I don't I
today's session.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's fair. You did do the first session. You did it. So give yourself a pat on the back. You did make it through half at least. So that was quite the effort. I
Yeah,
have to
the
yeah,
say.
small victories, right?
yeah.
No, I
Good
appreciate that, you
job.
guys.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
Now get hammered, man, as a reward. Just get pissed
Oh
drunk.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be fast. Like I'm gonna go off a cliff on this episode. So just you guys wait. Um, so yeah, we are trying to get to Super Saiyan at the end of this. Um, we kind of went through some fun stuff, some terrible shit, but I mean we still got a lot of this fight scene to break down. But yeah, give us an update. What are you guys drinking? Um, and let's go from there.
Well, I am out of my local beers, so I'm gonna have to go sober into the second half of this, which we gave you enough pain and suffering on the first half, so I'm expecting payback to be a huge bitch.
Well, you got a lingering buzz at least, right?
Uh, Not nearly enough for what I know is about to happen to me.
That's fair. Alex?
Dude, I've been popping these blue moons like Wolverine pops his claws. Like this has been rough.
Shing, 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 shing.
Hey, is
Oh my
Nynaeve drawing
god.
her pocket knife?
Or stabbing a guy.
Yeah.
Same sound effect on both.
Yeah,
And
shout out to that guy for having metal ribs.
exactly. And
It was
Steve,
Wolverine.
are you on root beer or how's your caffeine buzz going, bud?
I'm through the root beer. I'm in my third Pepsi though. And
Nice.
2 waters. That's why I had to, take a personal break in between. But yeah, we're doing good.
All right. So we're at the Logain post wank cage melting scene. So does anyone have anything to say right up front, or should we start the playback?
Logain should be long gone and ruling over.
Well, no, he's
Uh,
got to prioritize, right?
He was
He probably
contemplating.
couldn't jet.
I was gonna say he's contemplating the most cinematic way to break out of this cage.
Yes.
I love the designs in the cage. Like the Aes Sedai clearly went to some blacksmith and was like, I need a cage for male channelers.
how did they
And,
transport?
and the
How did
blacksmith was like, yeah, so I'm gonna put a bunch of like magic sigils and shit in there. And the Aes Sedai were like, no, you don't need to do that. He's like, I'm gonna do it anyway. It's gonna look
how did
dope,
they,
trust me.
And
how
then
did
they
they
liked it so much they did it twice because this thing melts and then they have it back in the next episode
I think
well
Steve's
how
about
did
to
they
ask my question, so yeah, go.
how did they transport this thing?
on a wagon.
Do they have a wagon?
They
Hmm.
do later.
Well,
when
they
they
had one at
Eventually
when
the
get one.
later when they need a
no
wagon, they
the
have one.
Did they
end of
steal one? Was
episode
this?
three.
They
No, they had
did
one
have
end
one.
of episode
Yeah,
three.
they
Yeah,
Did
did
they?
have one.
Okay. So they
I
all
don't know where
walk.
the
Oh,
second one was,
What
I
I'm
guess there are
wondering
horses.
is how did he get into the cage?
but
There is no door on this CGI cage.
maybe he got in through the bottom.
They
They would have had to drop it
They
on his head.
they dropped it
just
over his head. Yeah, they said stand on that platform and they lowered it over him like a
okay,
chandelier or
okay,
something.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. They
Uh,
captured Logain by putting a stick with some peanut butter on it on top of that little metal plate.
they trapped him
You
like a
want
bear.
There's some ants on a log, okay? I know you like your celery and raisins. Come on, buddy.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Ugh,
Come on, buddy. Come
Fuck this
on.
show.
we could start. Oh,
Another person hugging.
just showing
Does this
I
guy
need some
have a
love.
weapon?
Oh,
Yes, the 3 arrows at once. Good. He doesn't even have a weapon. Yeah.
no, he's just there to hug.
He didn't
Lan
why didn't he
punched
stab him?
Lan punched
Stab
a dude
him!
in the face with the hilt of his sword.
Dude, he had his sword and he hits him. Like, stab the
Okay,
dude. What
okay.
are you
Think
doing?
think about what a sword does to extend your reach. Lan
Not
delayed
needed.
Lan delayed killing the person attacking Nynaeve to not kill him. In order to use less lethal force, he allowed that guy to continue attacking her after he could have already killed him.
And I'm on my 4th glass, so let's keep going.
Lan is more concerned about human life than
The guy
Boom.
running up
Said
to
I.
land right now. The guy
Yes.
jumping is about to kill Lan. Thank
Yes.
God we're
Right.
about to have a cut here.
Right behind him? That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lan's dead. You're right.
It makes
What was that?
you
Dude, he just scissored the tree.
was
You see
Rand's
that?
or was Lan's sword red in that scene?
Dude, why is she just strolling in there? Like all hell is breaking loose. She's just like having a stroll.
Keep in mind here, she comes in for a conversation.
Yeah.
Leandra
You're
and
dead.
Karenni. Moraine doesn't know their status, but she also doesn't seem to care one way or the other. Right?
She would
She's
have
not rushing into.
she would have found a way to
Check to
delve them or something. Yeah.
see if they're alive, but
Yeah.
similarly, like if she's doing something more nefarious, right, and wants to have this little kind of conversation with Logain, because she is revealing kind of her I'm searching for the Dragon Reborn mystery or mission. She'd want to know one way or the other, are they alive so that they can hear me, or are they dead, maybe I can rescue them or heal them? So none of this makes sense from a character motivation point of view. And with that, I'm going back to my wine.
And
The others will be here soon, so we don't.
Kala was really right about the religious motifs. If you see him standing with his robe with the sunlight beaming down on him inexplicably in a cave.
Dude, why would he care? He should have just hit her and left. Like,
So we don't have much time to talk. I
like,
agree.
all right,
You're
bye.
impaled.
You're dead.
This kind of implies that Moraine is helping him to break out. Is anyone else kind of getting a feel like that? That's what's going on.
It's the yeah. I mean, she just doesn't care. I guess it's just like it's almost gives you the feeling like she's planned this.
Well, we haven't seen her yet. This is her entrance since I think a long time, many scenes ago. We haven't seen her yet this day. She wasn't with the others fleeing the attack,
Yeah.
so she would have been out of the camp close to this, and yeah, it's nonsense on stilts. Let's keep going.
I agree with your point that it doesn't make sense. I'm not willing to ascribe any particular motive to it. I think that it's just nonsense. It doesn't make sense from really any side.
Well, she was busy getting healed by the blade that's more dangerous than Matt's dagger. Oh,
Fair
sorry.
enough. That was minutes and minutes and minutes ago in this runtime.
Yeah, I know. I know.
First third.
Right. What's with her? Why is she walking like that too? Like she's got a stick up her ass.
Maybe she has a stick up her ass.
There you go. Boom, boom. Thanks, Dane.
Okay. Moraine, you shouldn't believe he's the Dragon Reborn because he looks 43 years old.
Yeah.
And you know one
Exactly.
thing about the Dragon Reborn, and that it's
Like
20.
This whole scene is stupid because you know for a fact he is not the Dragon Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
You're one of the only people on the planet that knows he is not the Dragon Reborn. Period.
Why is she even asking this? That's Trip in the
Yeah.
chat is making that point. She would never ask this question because
No.
That's what I mean.
She
Like
knows.
it's nonsense. It doesn't. There's no way you can look at this dialogue in this scene and have it make sense. Like it doesn't further the mystery. It doesn't contribute to her as a either intelligent or idiot. Like it doesn't make her seem shady. It doesn't do anything. It's just confusing nonsense.
well, it's
Yeah,
setting
because-
up his Logain's reply where he's going to steal the veins of gold.
Oh, I
Well,
mean yeah.
Well, and it's like she even when she's there and going, oh, Nynaeve might be of the right age. It's like you think Logain is of the right age. Like it's totally contradicting. Like it just they forget everything that they've already done prior to this. And just because they want their
Yeah.
line or they want the tension or whatever the hell it is they're trying to achieve here, uh, it's just
And,
the most ridiculous freaking line. Almost
and similarly, why is Logain, and this is Trip's point again from the chat, why is Logain even giving her the time of day? Like,
exactly. Well, that's why I said he should.
Because
He
he read
would
the
have just
script and knows she's a main
Yeah.
character.
He would have just blasted her on her way in. That's an enemy contact right there. Aes Sedai, I'm gonna nuke her and go on my way.
exactly. Let's
Ah.
go.
Maybe it's just setting Logain up to be like actually kind of a decent dude, you know? Like he's just not violent.
He can hear what? Oh, shut the fuck
The
up. I forgot about this part.
veins of gold.
Of 1,000 dragons that preceded me, 1,000 lives I've led.
This is the Gathering Storm on top of Dragonmount.
Teaching me how to do better this time.
Fucking hell.
Isn't that why the wheel turns our spirits out again and again?
No.
To learn.
To love, you dipshit.
The wheel doesn't want anything
Probably right, but don't act smug when you're saying this.
any more than a river or the rain can want something. It's people who want.
Why are you having this conversation?
So that they can
Yeah.
take something that was good from book 12 or 13 and then move it into their show right away without a payoff or a setup.
I want you to know that the voices in your head,
Like, and so they
those
just
are the whispers of madness.
like they make freaking Logain stupid
Your
like in a minute.
It's a trickle.
Wrong.
It's a pinprick of candlelight against the raging sun.
Shut up.
It will be the dragon reborn.
That's so awful. All right.
So both of them got up at the same time. So I guess they were faking.
I'm pretty sure he could have took him out. Especially after
This is-
that.
Ah.
Like, what did he kill her with? Goo? More goo.
I think like a spear of air, maybe.
That was shadowy and tainted.
It's
I don't
still,
know.
Well,
it's
that's
still
just-
sitting there.
I think the air. Well, I mean, depending on what it, like if it was tied or something like that. If you could make sort of like a sword of air, kind of like Rand makes the sword of fire, right? And it's able
Yeah.
to physically interact with things.
Yes, but
I just don't get how she could only make two, I guess.
Two shields, and she shielded the others and took one in the chest.
well,
But
and then on top
This
of
is
it,
contrived.
so he got through a shield with 3 of them.
mhm.
Now he's killed one,
And-
but the
and-
other two
yeah,
are going to the other two are now going to shield him after he's killed one while being shielded.
yes.
Does that make any sense?
Well, as we'll see in a little bit when Stepin's axes break through the shield, none of this makes any sense.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh man,
I can't believe he killed Shrek.
the rules are made up and the points don't matter. Is that what we're on?
And Shrek was supposed to be there for at least like 2 more sequels, right? Where's the donkey? Where's Eddie Murphy?
I just like
Oh,
right
and
here.
Cut back to Stepin now.
This is
right?
where bam, Stepin
Fuck
suddenly
Stepin.
Alright.
Stepin suddenly
Oh.
realizes that he has a warder bond. The whole time,
Dude,
the whole time,
then-
he had no idea what was happening. His
then
Aes
this whole-
Sedai. Ugh.
And then this thing is how he reacts is completely wrong.
He would yell in a rage and take off.
He should go into a bloody bloodlust and
Oh, look
kill
at the guy.
everything in sight.
Look at the guy just flying back. Oh, thank God this chick got killed. Or did she? Oh my God, Maxim was about to stab a guy and they cut away.
Yeah.
So, okay,
They're-
this is
they're
good that you're
dead.
paused here. Alex, this is
They're
great
dead.
that you've paused here. Because what I want to note here, you see the head on the left-hand side of the screen of the guy
Yes.
who's going to come into frame?
Yes.
He makes it about halfway through the shot, and then they cut somewhere else. And I noticed this watching this kind of at regular speed. This was so jarring because this is an edit of a guy who's like right up in front and it looks like he just vanishes to nowhere. Like this has got to be the worst film editing I've seen in my life.
So from like a blocking
I'm gonna be honest.
perspective,
I thought you were going to call out the guy wearing sneakers on the left side of the screen.
so
Right here. These are literally gray sneakers this guy's wearing.
At least he doesn't have he's not wearing dreadlocks, right? Or is he?
Right.
Oh boy.
oh man.
Anyways, this guy on the left, the far left, he's going to come right in front and he's going to disappear before he makes it halfway across your screen. It's bizarre.
All right. Oh my god. He's still shooting his bow.
Fake out death. Nynaeve is scared. This is the worst stab ever. Why did that guy come in
Okay.
and instead of stabbing at Stepin,
wait.
he punched him?
They're dead. Like,
Do you see
they're
where
dead.
Stepin holds his axe handles?
Yeah, he holds him like up, using the blades as a guard for his wrists.
That would be like if somebody was swinging a baseball bat and they were holding it in the middle of the fucking bat.
Yeah,
She didn't hit anybody.
Yeah, but look at
Like,
that we
the
see.
look at the Aes Sedai Jesus pose that she's doing, and how Maxim is also getting another sweet pose in.
Yeah, like she didn't do anything. Like there's like hundreds of soldiers.
Don't worry. No, it's implied later because we're going to see the King of Gildan now being dead and
It
choking
doesn't
on his own
matter.
blood.
They're there for Logain. Screw the
Hmm?
king.
No,
like,
no, it's
there's like
Alana does
archers in the
take out
previous
the armor.
shot.
Yeah.
All this fucking. And wait, Aes Sedai are really good with Earth, right?
Yeah.
Like every single attack that they're doing is what do you call these? These M80s, these kind of
Mhm.
like squib bombs or whatnot that they're doing.
Yeah. It's one more example of a way that Egwene was actually special in the books, and
Yes.
they've removed that specialness by she was a rare Aes Sedai who had strong affinity with Earth, and now every one of the sisters that we've seen just does Earth attacks instead of air.
Or
Nynaeve
fire.
will be good with lightning. We see that in the last episode. I don't know.
Trip makes a phenomenal point. If Alana could nuke the entire army from the beginning,
Yeah.
why didn't they do that first?
She was hoping more people would die. she was like, this Nynaeve bitch might get stabbed if I kind of hold off for a while.
Ironically, that's probably how I feel watching this show. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I have to ask, you all are hoping that these main characters die at this point, right? Like,
Yep. Oh yeah.
if Egwene died in the first episode of season 2, you would jump off the couch in like exuberance, right?
I
You know
might
what
I might recant everything that I've said about this show if they did that.
What I really wanted to see here is she's in that T pose right there, and all of a sudden, like 5 arrows come
Just
flying
hit her in
into
the back.
chest. Just hit her right in the back of the chest. It's just like, yep,
Like
serves you right.
like the Winter Night Tom, where just the blade just sticks out through her throat.
Yep, exactly. Just boom, dead. It's like, haha.
I literally I can't believe how many poses Maxim has pulled in this whole fight. I don't think he's had an engagement with anyone once.
He's breakdance
I-
fighting.
Ivron is really in love with that bow, considering he's shooting people that are 2 feet away from him.
He's aiming at the ground.
And he
We-
always has at least 2 arrows on the string.
Yes.
Maxim, or sorry, not Stepin and his fucking axes. I think we called it too. Like the weapon was more effective if he like carried them upside down and used the blades as kind of a hand guard and stabbed with them. He's basically doing that in this
Yeah,
fight.
we called it that they were just double-sided brass knuckles, and that's basically that's exactly what he's doing.
And then even worse than the land punching the guy instead of slashing him with the sword you had the guy come in to attack Max or Stepin, and instead of leading with the point of his sword, he changed his swing kind of mid-arc to punch with his hilt instead, so Stepin could kill him.
Oh yeah, this is the classic like CW or what is it, the WB Ninja Turtles cartoon where they're fighting the what is it, the foot
Foot
ninja.
soldiers? The foot
Yeah.
soldiers, or
And
yeah.
so they can't show Leonardo ever like cut like a foot
Yeah.
soldier open from like
He's got two swords. He can never stab or slice anybody. Yeah.
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 You can slice robots, but like, when it comes to people,
He has to beat up everyone with his sword hilts. Oh
that's
god.
exactly what he does. It's hysterical.
Well,
Oh my
I
maybe Ragnor is really just trying to compete for all the Marvel sort of stage 4 or phase 4 properties for most compliant sort of like bad guy stunt fighters, that they're just
Ooh.
super willing, like they'll basically throw themselves across the room.
I don't know, man. What was that one? Hawkeye? Watching those actors try and make Kate Bishop look like she could fight was amazing.
I didn't watch it.
All right.
Thank God.
Trip is trolling us in the chat, and she's kind of asking us, "What do you think Demise Wells is going to look like?"
A black
Oh,
screen after it's canceled, hopefully.
Egwin's gonna be standing on a mountain as she creates Egwin Mount and kills everything. That's what it's gonna look like.
Even I mean, he's already sort of telegraphing that season 3 is going to be book 4, maybe also book 5, but like he can't get all the way to the
I'm telling you,
end of book
4.
6. Come on.
No, they're going 4 seasons, man. I'm
Although
telling
I
you.
guess
to
I mean
Alex's point earlier, when they already know they're getting canceled, he's just going to like just
Yeah.
absolutely run even more roughshod. It's going to make zero sense. It's just going to be all the scenes that he wanted to adapt from the entire 8 seasons. He just throws them in no particular order.
Yeah.
And they'll just have some guy spout exposition explaining the transitions because that's what they do.
Every
The, all
episode
the
will
all,
start with a
it's
3 months
definitely not
later.
going to be a guy.
they'll use all the cartoons to explain everything. They'll be just like go watch the cartoons, the origins things. They have all the information.
Yeah.
They'll leak a picture like they had with Patton Fane in that fucking leaf that he had in his hand. That's how he got through the Waygate. That's not a plot hole.
Yeah.
We're so clever.
All right.
Oh,
Wait.
I did Prophet, I actually meant to ask, and maybe this is off topic, but like when you went through that like behind the scenes trailer,
Mhm.
did you have any luck batching up the shot with the book events? Because I went through that and I have no fucking idea
There's
what
no
any of
there,
those scenes were.
there are no book events. I would, you know what, that'd be an interesting exercise, and maybe I'll have to do that. Maybe if you guys want to join me, that would be cool because I don't know. I'm trying to think of it in my head. Part of it is you don't know where they are at all.
Yeah, I don't
There's
think
no
you can make any sense of it.
You can't. You don't know where they are at all. You got the faint. The Trolloc nailed to the door thing, which should be a book event, but as Dane pointed out, Elias is there, Perrin's there with a sword, and that doesn't make any sense. So I
There's no
mean
Loyal. There's no
there's no
Matt. There's
lawyer.
no Rand.
So
Like
that's close. The Shan Chan have taken over something, but it looks like only one fortification, and they haven't spread through all through Tom on Head and everything. So that's not book. That's not a book scene. I'm trying to think off the top of my head here. Perrin getting dragged away by a horse, which I just noticed at the end of one of these things. That's I don't know who's dragging him away on a horse, and it looks like Carhian, Dane. I just noticed that. Looks like Perrin's in Carhian as well. So, or if we're calling that area Carhian,
we're
Carrion,
not.
Carhian. So the Foregate or whatever will help. No, there's a different scene. It's at the end. He's getting dragged away by something. And then there was something else.
I just
But
want to
it's
say that all of
Bit
this
off
is
topic.
all of this is in your video, and everyone should go watch it if they haven't already seen it.
all
But
right.
I can only eat one shit sandwich at a time. So if we could
Yeah, sorry.
focus
Can we
on the
focus on the 6 foot like 6 foot long
I
Is
apologize.
this
sandwich that
baby
we
is this
have.
baby corn crunch? Are we doing baby corn crunch right here, or is that
It's
Well,
not
yeah,
corn
I-
crunch.
I
not
guess
corn
I-
crunch?
I guess
This
we
is
can get
not
off
corn
the
crunch with a
podcast.
fucking baby green sauce all over a 6-foot long sub sandwich of shit.
Oh my god.
Uh, Gosh, they are so
Did you
impressed
guys-
with
wait,
those
wait, wait.
scenes.
Wait,
They're
was there
so
a guy flying?
Yes.
Time,
Is there a guy?
time.
Is there a guy flying in the air?
Yes.
There
yes.
was. Can you
Yes.
go back to that, please? We missed that.
Ragdoll.
Oh my God.
Ragdoll in the
Oh,
air.
there he is. There he is. Go back. Wait, go back again. That dude-
Just
Where is
ragdoll
he?
in the air.
Over on the
No.
right.
There.
Right there,
there.
he is.
Oh.
For like,
There.
we pause on this for like 20 minutes, and then finally, like, we cut away, and then we see the body flying up over fucking right shoulder or whatever, left shoulder.
No, you're looking
Dude. No, there's one on the right
Yeah.
side in between.
Between the
and
two
Lana.
trees.
Yeah.
Extend off
Yeah.
of her left hand upwards. And there's
Yeah.
a guy.
Up on the right. I didn't even
Yeah,
see
it's-
the guy on the left.
Wait, there's
Was
one
there-
on the right?
yeah, the one in the
between
in,
the
Above
trees.
in the air.
I'm
So
sorry. Yeah.
Between Ivan and Alana.
So take her
between
left
the
hand.
trees, there's a guy high up in the air, and you're
Yes.
saying there's another guy flying
Yeah,
away?
there's a guy right over on the left above this. What's
Okay,
it, whatever.
first of all,
Maxim.
I-
whatever.
okay,
accurate
I'm looking at
terminology.
Maxim. When you hit play on this, I'm going to be looking at Maxim, but that
Yeah.
one above Ivan's fucking hilarious.
Accurate terminology. Those are ragdolls.
Oh god.
Did you see him?
Gosh, look how impressed they are with themselves with like this scene of like the music and her and like the dirt falling on her. God, they're so impressed with themselves with this
Like
scene.
it's so
Well, it's-
dramatic. It's like, oh, it's like
First time a
fuck off.
costume's been dirty in this fucking show.
Oh man.
Alana is a mass murderer.
Jesus. Watch the archer.
He still gets okay.
Okay. See the arrows?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hear the sound effect?
Yeah. But he
See
still
the
got two of
arrows?
them.
He only shot one that time.
Why did
Yeah.
he like do a full twirly dance when he shot it? What is that? Like, why? Like, did you see how he shot? He like almost fell over.
It's like when you see Hollywood actors that are supposed to be like, you know, soldiers or, you know, whatever, and they go and they shoot you know, a firearm, and they just have like the most ridiculous overacted recoil effect, and you're like, cool, you're not hitting anything. Like,
Do you think an M4 is a cannon? Like, do you think there's recoil on that gun? Like,
and
that is one of the funniest things. If you ever bring someone to a gun range and let them shoot an AR-15, like the first time they pull that trigger, they are expecting their shoulder to break, and then it goes off, and then they look at it and they look at you like, "Wait, there's no recoil on this gun?" Yeah, that's why it's awesome.
all right.
Boy, oh boy.
We can't keep pausing on Maxim.
Or can we? Oh, thank God he's gonna die.
I love the fact that that dude's death didn't even happen on camera.
This line delivery is so awful. You're drawing too much. She's like inhaling when she says it.
And Dane, I
think
can't
it's
tell the
silly.
difference between when you say it and when she says it. So lifelike.
Right.
You're drawing too much.
At least
drawing
Kate
too
Fleetwood can
much.
kind of face act as compared to fucking Perrin and Nynaeve.
You're drawing too much.
You're drawing too much. What the hell?
What?
What?
Okay,
No,
so
you will not.
They're highlighting the
What is,
burnout
like-
stuff with behind your cheeks, which is
Can
stupid.
I just
She's
ask something?
not cutting him down.
Why do they always look so stupid when they're channeling? I'm sorry, Pips, but look how stupid they look.
So
Sorry.
no. I think we're on the same thing here. So part of what makes them look stupid is, am I the only one who's getting the impression that they're like either currently or about to like lift off the fucking ground?
It looks like that or they're gonna fall over, one or the other.
Like Leandrin is like, I think she's slightly
Hmm.
levitating in this shot. I don't know if you're
Is it
willing to.
because her boots are fucking weird. Like, why
I don't know
is
if you're
one
willing
boot
to
3
play it
inches
back.
tall?
don't know if you're willing to play it back a few seconds, but like,
You're trying too much.
The glowy freaking cheeks bullshit. Oh my god.
she looks like she's levitating.
Why would she care about Karenni? Like, she's like, he killed our sister. It's like, you didn't like her anyways. The fuck
Rennie
And
is
is
a
wrong
dark
with-
friend
look,
confirmed.
this whole scene is bullshit because Logain would have killed them both by now.
Yeah,
Period.
this show would have been over. Like, thank God Logain stopped
Credit
that
roll.
wank. Otherwise, everyone is dead.
There's going to be a thumbnail about that.
Again,
He's
just like-
not
He's
in a
just
rage.
like, oh man. He should have killed half those Gildan soldiers.
No, not Stepin. And this
What?
this is beyond egregious, right? The axe is cut through the shield, and this gives him the out. None of this makes any sense. And for the briefest of moments, the show is good when all their characters are getting killed at once.
Dead, yeah. Oh my god, dude! Like that whole.
Can you imagine
Like
how
this-
different this show would have been if one of those shrapnel pieces had hit Nynaeve?
I wish it did.
So much better.
Like,
Well,
Like-
remember what Kala was saying about how effective the axes would be if they were kind of stabbing weapons. Right now,
Super.
just-
it
Yeah.
actually hurts someone. It's basically stab Moraine.
well, it's crazy too that you have people that are trying to make excuses for the scene, going, "Oh well, his axes. It wasn't his axes that broke the shield. It broke the plane of the shield, and then he could He could touch the axes of the axe. It's like, fuck you. No, that's not how a shield works.
Yeah,
It
it's
shouldn't
not
be
it's not a
affected by
material
anything.
shield, it's a mental
Yes.
shield. It should
Yeah.
all be spirit and kind of in their brain
Yeah.
Yeah.
seeing things, but
Yeah, I just want to make, but like, if anybody ever says that, like, let's make this abundantly clear. Are you saying that if I have a sword, I can cut the threads of a weave? Because I really don't think that's the point you want to establish ever with this show.
It's so stupid. This is the best shot of the show. She's dead. Thank God.
almost
Idiot Moraine.
moron.
Right.
Moron, yeah. That's probably, yeah, moron, yeah.
So
Oh,
the only thing that I want to bring up with this scene is that for a while I think we were keeping track of the number of fake out deaths, and
Yep.
this scene like breaks the tracker. Like I'm not, because of the shaky cam and general like bullshit directing, I can't actually be confident of the number of people that just fake died. Like
It's pretty much everyone except Nynaeve, although the critical wounds that they focus on are Moraine's and Lan's. Like
Yep.
Lan has got his throat cut, and
Yep.
holy shit, does he lose a lot of blood?
Yep.
Like I'm pretty sure he'd be dead already.
Yes.
And Leandrin's also seen kind of with a wound in her shoulder, but she probably could have survived that one without Nynaeve's healing, would be my guess.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you forget that Leandrin is paralyzed from her previous
Yes.
injury.
I thought that was Karenni, but
They both
maybe
were.
they both are.
They both were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Karenni gets to log 1 fake death, 1 real death, and Leandrin gets to log 2 fake deaths from this episode.
she'll be back.
Moraine started this episode stabbed, and she's stabbed again. So
Yeah, that's the big takeaway I got. She got stabbed. She got stabbed twice. It's like, for somebody that hasn't got injured in the book at all, she gets stabbed twice. Lan is a terrible warrior.
I think we can all agree Lan is a terrible warder.
the warders agree that Lan is a terrible warder. They made fun of
Yeah.
him around the campfire.
True. All right, let's get into the big finish, the big finale. The whole reason Prophet's here.
Oh man.
Are
Do I
you ready?
have to?
Are you ready?
Oh, look how like
I'm thinking my
that
stupid
blood is
sword.
flowing. Look how fucking big that puddle's turning.
Hold on, let's count. How long does it take?
All,
Dead.
all of them are down except Nynaeve.
Okay. Yeah.
Holy shit, that's
Wait,
a lot of blood.
he's got blood on his sword. I call bullshit.
Oh, he cut a guy.
He
but
did.
Did he cut
Yeah.
one guy? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Sorry, I
so.
missed it. He was busy hitting people with his freaking fist.
Hey,
happened
wait a
too
second. I'm just
fast.
gonna ask a quick question. Quick question. Lan has his sword in his left hand, and Lan's sword appears to be laying on the
His right
Yeah,
ground.
I was gonna say, is that his sword? Is that his sword too?
The sword of the Malkieri Kings. Interesting.
There's two swords on
Interesting.
the ground there. How how much blood is this? Like really? Is it this is a full-on blood puddle? Like
Considering
lot of
that
blood.
he's in loose sand, the amount of blood that would have to be poured out for it to pool that much, like that's a
yeah,
fucking lot of blood.
Yeah,
more
that's
than in a human body, I'm assuming.
Like certainly enough that like the healing would kill him, and we know that like that is a thing that happens, that the healing kills people. We see that with one of the kin in Ebu Dar
Well,
heals
not
somebody, and
Nynaeve's
he
healing.
oh that's true. Nynaeve's
Nynaeve's
healing
healing is different.
it's special. It's
You,
a special
you,
healing. Yeah.
you forget.
Nynaeve has figured out how to filter the sand out of the blood and pour the blood
Put it
back
back
into
in.
it.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah,
Well, let's watch and see if there's actually a pool of blood after the healing happens.
there
Or
will
if
be.
that. Oh
Okay.
God,
Let's do it.
I
Let's
don't
do
even
it.
know if we'll see that.
I
And this-
figured it out. Okay,
The
here's what's
sword.
happening.
Let's hear it, Alex.
Okay, I'm ready for this.
Logain gets aroused by hurting people. And that's why Logain is now currently having a wig here.
In the corner again.
Instead of bugging out, he's like, "Oh, this." He doesn't
just
have
can't-
symphorophilia. He's got something else. I'm
He
gonna have
just
to
can't
look that
help
fetish
himself.
up.
He's just like, oh yeah, that was great. I gotta get one out.
Oh man.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I
Well,
mean, like,
we do know one thing for sure. The swords of the Malkiri Kings will merge back into one instead of two. So
Yeah.
it'll be a greater sword again.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Let's run through the other warders. But does
None,
any
none
one
of
of
the
them
other
fight with a
warders.
sword?
No.
No, nobody else.
has a sword.
Nobody else has a sword.
This is literally it's
But
Logain
but even
Logain
with-
slapped him so hard his sword fell into two pieces.
but he does have like a wakizashi kind of on his back belt, doesn't he? Like,
No, it's a
is
dagger.
that potentially it?
It's a
It's a
dagger.
dagger.
Oh.
It's a small little dagger. But no, it's like, listen to how ridiculous that sounds. Lan is the only warder that uses a sword. Like
Until
when
Stepin kills himself, but he has to use one of Land's swords to do it.
Hey, Lan, can I borrow your sword? What
Just
do you
for
want?
a
You
minute.
don't know. You don't know how to
Well-
use swords, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. I just need it. I gotta cut some tomatoes up. Okay.
All right, let's not talk about
All right.
warders and cutting food, because
sorry.
that brings us into are you gonna cook for me?
Oh God, that's season 2 of the White Cloaks rewatch coming up,
God.
2023.
Oh
Ooh.
man.
God, and
She is the worst healer.
She's-
She's the
Yeah,
fucking
even
worst
she
She's
healer.
not as
Nothing?
bad a healer as the CGI person.
Oh,
is.
She's letting it
God.
squirt out too.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Okay. What emotion? What emotion do we think she's experiencing when she channels?
Power Rangers.
Right, like.
Okay. Sorry, that was my go-to.
Because we actually have a book parallel to this, right? Where like the fear cancels out anger. So people who are like, yeah, she still has a block, it's the anger, all that stuff. But we know that like fear of her or like others around her being hurt and like dying actually does interfere with her ability to channel.
Yeah.
So like
She doesn't have a block in this show, though.
no, she does not have a block. That's my point. My point is that she's just Super Saiyaning. This isn't a
just-
block. She just
She just healed a room full of people without any training. She's got no block. She's going to be teaching people how to do shit in the next season.
yeah. Anyway,
And
Like the record
remember how in
reflects
the
that 24, no, not even 24 hours previously, 18 hours previously, she tried to kill this man.
yes I don't.
well, you're forgetting that 2 minutes previously they banged off camera.
Yeah. real quick. It was a quickie.
It was meaningful though.
yeah.
It was very passionate and meaningful.
Yeah, he
Emotionally
Do you,
fulfilling.
do you
he
think
gave
that's
it.
what Logain was watching as he
Yeah,
wanked?
exactly. Yeah, he had a little secret drone footage or something he was watching, and
He through
yeah,
the weird sort of skylight in the cave. He
there
sort
you
of
go.
did one of those like light bending lenses, and yeah, he was kind of creeping on him a
There it
little
is.
bit.
Hell yeah.
I think Trip
Hell
makes an
yeah.
excellent point, and it's undeniably canonical. We know that Nynaeve was on top thanks to Judkin's scripts.
Well, do we think that she just gave him a little nipple rub and that was about it, and then they were done? It was just like nipple rub and done.
I don't know. Does that put her in an affirming position of power? Is that the terminology he used?
That's the way to
uh,
get Lan off, right? It's his erogenous
Well,
zone.
well, I mean, Lan
female
gave her some
empowerment.
old tongue, gave her some old tongue, and she just like melted into him, right? Gave her
Oh
some of that
God.
old tongue.
Okay. Let's
I,
watch the
Prophet,
Raging Sun. Let's
the cunnilingus jokes are my kin.
Sorry.
pause.
Oh my
All right.
So
god.
she just burned herself out. She's dead again. Oh, sorry.
So this is the scene that launched 1,000 arguments online, right? Of what is Logain reacting to?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. He should not be able to see shit.
Like he should
She should
be.
just be she should just be yelling with her hair up, and he's like, "Ooh, that's a little tingly. I
Well,
got some tingle."
her hair shouldn't be moving.
Well, that too, but I mean,
So her
Anybody that argues otherwise is a liar, a fraud, and a shill. Like
yes,
there is
100%.
no counter position other than the fact that he can see her weaves.
I mean, he's literally covering his eyes. In the book, he should be like looking for an open window because he feels a sudden chill.
Right?
He would no in
I
the
got
book.
goosebumps.
In the book,
Jesus, it's cold in here.
look in the book. He'd be killing her right now.
I disagree. In the book,
Uh,
she'd have been dead 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, touche. You are correct. My bad.
He and his army would be like popping open beers at the moment.
Yeah, they would have recovered him, and they'd be like, "Man, that was easier than I thought. Fuck,
I mean,
I am the
okay.
dragon."
Again, so Logain is only slightly less powerful than Rand.
Yes.
And we see Rand face off against Nine Aes Sedai in Camelin when they all come together and they do the they weave the mirrors or whatever in order to like tower over as they walk towards him and stuff, right? We see
Yeah,
him face off
Theron
against them.
laughs.
Yeah.
I love that
And it's a great scene. We'll never see that scene, but great scene. So we 100% know that like, yep, this would not have happened. He would have absolutely crushed the two Aes Sedai trying to shield him, and then would have gone out and decimated the remaining 7.
Yeah, well, isn't it like I think it's what he's only really afraid of 13.
Yes.
At least that's the
So-
only number that
Yes.
he really, you know.
So the key thing about the shielding is usually it takes more effort to cut someone off from
Yes.
the true source if they're already embracing
Than to
it. So
maintain
the
the
traditional
shield.
method than to make it. So traditionally the full circle of 13 just to make sure that they are able to cut him off and put
Yeah.
a shield between him and Sidene would require
Right.
13. To maintain the shield would usually take 6, or that's kind of the minimum number that they ascribe. Which is enough kind of to hold Rand, right?
Right.
And that's what Lewis Theron says kind of in the box or whatnot. When they're actively holding the shield 6, there's nothing he can do. Once some of them start tying him off, he can start attacking them. And then when it gets down to 3 at Dumai's Wells, he's able to crush the 3 remaining ones, right?
Yes.
But everything about the Logain transit to Camelin and then on to Tarvalon, it's done consistently and it's done right in the books where they have dozens of sisters. I think there's at least 13
At least
and
13, yeah.
6.
There's a procession, man. There's tons
Yeah.
of them.
But there are always 6 kind of holding him
Yeah.
and maintaining his shield linked.
Yeah.
Which is a mechanic they forget about until
They
like
need
10
it.
seconds from now.
Until right
Yeah.
now, let's watch.
Well, I mean, so real quick though, because okay, so is this confirmation? Because this keeps bouncing back and forth. So he can see this, obviously, right? Shielding his eyes. So I take this as confirmation that they're ignoring both. There's only the true source. There's no male. There's no Sidene. There's
Yeah,
no
that
Sidar. It's just the true
foots
source.
with the rest of the show. There's just
So
one source of power.
that's how I take this is if he can see this, that means it's just the one power and the males are dirty. That's why it's tainted. It has nothing to do with the two halves. That's
Toxic.
It could even
Toxic
be
is the
worse.
word.
It's that the males make it dirty, and
no,
therefore
that's
the
what I'm
more
saying.
the
Yes.
more male
Yeah.
channelers there are, there might be a risk to the women.
Yeah. No, that's but I think that's exactly yeah. The males make it dirty. That's exactly what they say that.
Yeah.
She says in the
I
first
think
episode.
it's inarguable at this point that the overwhelming amount of evidence points towards there not being two halves of the one power. Like
Yep.
you can say, oh, every single person that spoke about this in the show was wrong.
Yep.
But at some point, don't we just have to say, guys, after the sixth person has told us this, we start having to take them at their word
Yeah.
when
Well,
there's nothing on the other side of the argument other than, well, that's how it is in the books. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
just wait for season 2 where they're going to retcon or kind of go back and be truer to the source material. Probably, maybe, but
I doubt that
if they
highly.
I doubt it.
well,
I
if
think
they
they're
do
gonna.
it, they're just going to make everybody kind of that's still defending the show act nice and smug. See, they never meant to do that from the start. And again, this show, they've got no qualms about contradicting things that came before. I
Themselves.
mean,
Well,
yeah,
well,
they do it in every episode. So
well, this is the thing that like bothers me quite a bit is like they don't think of the domino effect here. Like this whole thing of there only being one power and there's no tabs. The dominoes that start falling, they don't realize that it's like, okay, you've now written yourself into this corner. You can't get out of it. So now you're just
well,
gonna change. You're just gonna change even more because you've written yourself into this
don't
inescapable corner.
don't worry, they hired a lore expert.
Yeah, right. That's true. Yeah. I immediately when I see this, and think about the implications. I immediately go right to Calendar, and think about well, I guess there will be no sword that's not a sword. It's just not going to be there.
Oh shit.
If you advertised that you were the lore expert for this show on Reddit,
I would be so
I would instantly
embarrassed.
discount everything you have to say. If you were the lore expert on this show and you told me that there were two halves of the one power, I would disagree with you purely on principle.
So I think the notion that that they're gonna try and do any damage control in season 2, that that there's any sort of lore expert that's actually trying to like steer the ship back. I think that it's one of those things where, like I said, steer the ship. I think that's correct. That like the momentum involved is so great at this point that like they can make minor adjustments, but they've deviated so far. And I think Prophet is
Yeah.
100% right, where like little things that any one of us would have told you, like, yeah, you should just do that thing because it's important in 1,000 ways. I don't even have time to tell you all of them. Just like you can't just cut everything out because you didn't feel like doing it. It's clearly described, it has implications, it's a complex, interconnected world. And one of the ones, it came up in a comment on the White Cloaks YouTube channel that we had a back and forth on. So the Aes Sedai agelessness is, I think, one of like just one example of little things having impacts. So we've talked about Lord of Chaos a little bit in this conversation already. The loss of Aes Sedai agelessness, which was a just lazy decision made by Judkins and the production team, right? How do you explain the important scene in Lord of Chaos where they were able to capture Rand because he looks at their faces and is lulled into a sense of security based on young women's faces, and he counts the number of Aes Sedai based on faces?
Yep.
Like that is a huge problem that now they're going to
No, no,
have to
no, no, no.
explain. How
Oh,
does
but this is
Rand get captured?
so easy. So easy. And I'll give this as a freebie to Rajnor if he ever watches this, because I'd just be stoked that he actually listens to us. And but they're just gonna not be in costume.
Yeah, there
So
you go.
so
Well, no,
just
either that.
they
They won't
just
wear
all
their
they're
Aja color, and then Rand is like, "Oh, you're not Aes Sedai. Why?
oh
Because the only way
gosh.
You're
I
all
know anything
wearing
about you is because how you
Uh
dress."
you're all
man.
wearing white. Are you the white cloak Aes Sedai? It's like what?
That would be the white Aja.
No,
No,
I know, I'm kidding. But
Damn
it's,
it.
no, I think they're gonna do
there'll
something.
be just like 7 Aes Sedai disguised in purple.
No,
Ta-ta!
They're
he's
Wait,
just
just no,
I
no,
didn't think you could use magic if you weren't in your Power Ranger outfit. Like,
no. You don't have your
okay.
stupid looking ring. How do
Okay,
you
just
channel?
just because we've
It
proven now
solves
that
itself.
Dane is smart enough to solve their problems doesn't mean they're going to be smart enough to solve their
Fuck,
Dude,
problems.
he's just
well,
gonna
they
be.
can always hire me as the lore expert. I'll do a better fucking job than Masara, that's for damn
Dude, see,
sure.
you're putting way too much thought in it. Rand's just gonna be too arrogant, and they're just gonna overpower him. That's it.
My
That's a simple
I'm
explanation. That's a
I'm
low
not
effort explanation. Mine was a high effort
I'm not
explanation. Thank you
actually
very much.
saying that this is something that it's an insurmountable problem. I'm using that
Yeah.
as an example of like
Yes,
a
I know.
small detail that they should have just done right. It's
Yes.
the other example would be changing Rand's sword and not having the heron on the hilt, because
Yeah.
now he's not going to be branded twice the heron. Like
Well, we
things
don't
like
believe
that.
prophecies. Twice and twice will he be marked. Like,
Yeah.
that's not going to happen.
What's
Anyway.
prophecy?
Exact.
I'm not
We
gonna lie, I was looking forward to Super Chad Islander tattoo, double dragon
Hell
form
yeah!
Rand. Like, like,
Fuck yeah, dude.
say what you will. That dude would have looked like the biggest douchebag in the history of television, and it would have been awesome.
Okay, so
all
Logain
right.
can see weaves.
Oh boy.
Let's move up. There's no defense of it. Where'd the axe go?
Okay.
Oh my god. Look at the fucking hair.
So the scene with the hair right there, yeah. Pause that. So I originally watched this show with my wife, who has not read the series, and she shouted like, "What the hell? What the hell's happening?" And then responded with, I think, the greatest take of all time, asking whether or not, like, what is she? Is she a tree? I still can't explain this. I guess her hair looks kind of like a tree, but I just
And
want to
Trippett,
say that I think that that is the most coherent explanation that I've heard of what
Dude,
happens in this
dude,
scene. Is
dude,
she's an
Tripp
ent.
is saying in the
Pips,
chat that this looks like something from Alien, right? Is that the Alien
Pips,
Queen?
Pips. Please tell me your response was just simply yes.
I s- I s- I just
Yeah.
I think I just sort of deadpan, just speechless.
Shrugged. Maybe she is. I don't know. She could be. I don't know what she is.
It's like,
No, Pips, was this when you still had hope for this show?
Wait.
yes, yeah. Episode 5 was where my stockpile of hopium fully left the building.
Really? I was done at 1. I can't believe you made it to 5.
I didn't think it was good, but I
Yeah,
thought that they were I
you're
thought that it
right.
was bad, right? I was putting it at, Shannara Chronicles level on like 1 through, 4, and then
Mhm.
5 was like, "Oh, this is intentional assassination." Like
Yeah, you're right with my brother. That's about where he lost it too. But sorry, we moving on, or
Actually, I have a question about this. Which would be funnier? Somebody
oh.
with a stick and like fishing line tied to her braids slightly above her head holding it, or them walking in and telling some poor CGI artist, I need you to have this black woman's braids floating. Like, I don't know which of those scenarios
It's like a
is
These
marionette.
funnier.
Somebody's like standing over her, like dancing the fucking, just
Yeah,
dancing of like.
these
there's
are
just
the
like
behind the
fishing
scenes
line tied to
shots.
each of these braids. Like, yeah, fuck you, Rand. I don't care about your smoke machine and fan. Show me the guy with her braids on a string. That's what I want to see.
Amazon, if you're listening, if you're watching, these are the behind the scenes shots that we want.
Dude, I don't know if there is like a Blu-ray or DVD copy of the show. I highly doubt it, but maybe it's on there in kind of a BTS. But or maybe we should all go to Comic-Con for the next one and make this a panel question, or we can ask on Twitter the next time Rajnor decides to do that.
There you go, Alex. You run the White Cloaks
Well-
Twitter account. Go and at Rafe Judkins and ask
He'll
him.
make
I'll
make
just say
somebody-
I will be cold, dead, and in the ground before I go to San Diego Comic Con.
he will just make more people gay. Please just don't.
There can't be anybody left that's straight in this show. Like,
Maybe
True.
honestly, maybe we should just come up with like 10 questions to at Rafe Judkins on Twitter.
He'll never
Like
answer them.
at doesn't matter. Maybe he will.
number one, how dare you?
No. We can't do things like that. We got to ask questions like, "Hey, how did you film the braid scene? Like, was it people like you're saying on Fishwire?" Like, these are the
Dan-
questions that keep us up at night.
And I'm telling you, this is you fully thinking that he doesn't know who the White Cloaks on Reddit are, and I fully believe that he knows exactly who all of us are.
Wait. Do you think he's seen my horse meme?
Yes, absolutely.
That fills my heart with so much joy. You
This-
have no idea.
This dude is such a narcissist. I'm sure he's looked at everything, and then he's just like looked at us and seen how upset we are with this
I-
whole thing, and just laughed and be like, "Ha ha 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 ha! I'm gonna make
Is that
everybody."
why you think Dane Bornhold is going to be in season 2 as that like bleach blonde loser with the face mask?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's
they can-
definitely going to be.
With the
No,
sheath-
who's the evil ale?
with the
Hmm?
sheathed
No, it's not
axe.
Couladin. It's full.
Yeah.
That guy's full on a white cloak, and it's either going to be Jarrett Byer
Yep, child buyer.
or it's
yeah.
going to or it's going to be Dane Bornhold. It's going to be one of the two.
I
Yep.
think
You
it's
think
the
that's?
axe.
You don't think that's Couladin?
Now he's got
No,
an axe
Why
on
would
his back.
no?
Dude,
He's
it's not
in
Couladin.
white cloak.
That's
He's
a
in
white
cloak
cloak.
garb, and he's got the arm protector.
He's
And
got
an
a
axe.
shoulder. He's got a
Oh,
shoulder.
I'll be
he's got-
honest. I didn't look further than Aryan with a veil. I thought I assumed that was Couladin. That's as far as I looked.
Go watch
Oh,
my
God.
video or Manethrin in my video. We go over that shit. It's a full on white cloak, 100%.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
I
That
think
I-
it's me.
Does
Or
that
it
make me
could be
feel
Jared.
better or worse?
Worse.
Why do they have? Why does he wear a veil?
Because he's
It's-
confused. He's in the desert.
He's
and there's
afraid of COVID.
around. There's
Why are there
Um,
white cloaks in the desert?
There's
He's
some
going to
sort of
Falma.
Well,
Why is Falma a desert? Because it's also Tyr. Wait, Tyr's not a desert.
Neither one of them are a
wait.
desert.
I thought
Why
the
are-
waste was a desert, and that's why they called everything not the waste wetlands. Like,
Why-
why are the
why-
Aiel going from somewhere that's a desert into somewhere that's drier? Like, it makes
Why-
no fucking sense.
The
Why-
Aiel are the white cloaks chasing Perrin into the wastes?
I don't know what they're doing, but
No.
why are they wearing taupe? Why aren't they wearing white? They're
I'll
wearing.
be
like,
honest. That's why I assumed it was an ale.
it's actually eggshell.
Oh, sorry, eggshell with his sheathed axe. He had his sheath. He had an axe with a fucking sheath. It's like what?
Well, it's worse than that.
Let's,
he had an
Pips,
axe
let's
on
look
his
at
back.
Paul Allen's card. Oh my god, a watermark.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. American Psycho, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Phenomenal
What is-
movie.
what is
Definitely
this?
watch that.
What is
instead
this,
of
bone? Is this bone?
Is this
It's
bone?
nice.
A nice subtle off-white coloring.
Yeah.
And look, a watermark. Patrick, you're trembling.
All right, we can't keep bringing up better IPs as we discuss this shit.
It's the only way to cope.
I don't know. I feel like we can. I feel like there's a nigh unlimited number of better IPs. Could go for at least a year.
I
just naming
suppose-
True
this-
enough.
I suppose
If
actually,
we bring up better IPs, we'll never finish this rewatch.
I suppose actually,
we'll
it's
just get. s-
I
It's
can't
worth-
look at this shot.
worth
anymore.
pointing out that I suppose if we mention any other IP, we're mentioning better IPs at this point, I suppose. But
Not that woman.
how much better would this scene be if her hair turned yellow as this happened?
That would be
Why?
pretty,
If
and then started floating and
yes,
then just punch
yes,
somebody
yes.
into the moon. That would be awesome.
If
I
they
would be
just
there.
actually did a Wheel of Time Dragon Ball Z
Oh,
crossover,
Fuck.
honestly,
Piccolo!
like I would I would have just slow clapped and been like, you got me. I did not see this coming. This subverted
got it.
expectations.
Expectations thoroughly subverted.
All right. Because I've been drinking a lot, I've got a new kind of theory behind how
gosh.
they did this wig thing or this shot.
Okay.
But Alex,
just
what do you
channeled.
think? No, they probably bestowed a shit ton of the wig budget to this shot in particular because they
Yes.
embedded kind of nano servos and gyros into the hair to kind of be like some type of carbon nanotube architectural discussion or thing on her head to basically make this effect. So it's not strings, it's embedded in the wig, and this is a $7 million wig.
It's the $1 million hairpiece.
There you go.
You're saying they just straight up made like a Medusa effect?
Yeah.
And he used a drone. That's what it is. They got a drone floating above her with the fish wire.
That's not as cool as doing like
No, I like the servo. I like it's like and it gains
Yeah.
sentience and then like kills them all.
I will say the only reason I don't think this would work as a Dragon Ball Z crossover is that I don't know what it is, but every Black Dragon Ball Z fan I've ever known has been all about Piccolo. Like for whatever reason, that is the dude that they identify with, and Piccolo doesn't go Super Saiyan. So,
Yeah.
but taking into account Reginor's racial insensitivity, I could see him ascribing Goku, the one that's like part monkey, to black people rather than Piccolo.
She is wearing sort of Piccolo, like Team Piccolo colors. Like she's very in the appropriate garb.
I agree.
We should probably move
There's
on.
lots to break down here as far as a Dragon Ball Z Wheel of Time crossover.
We did see Alana doing several Kamehamehas.
What the hell? Oh,
wait. Can
braids
you
are
go
gone.
back really?
The braids are
No,
gone.
really quick. Just go back to where we can actually see an image of Nynaeve resolve,
Yeah.
where she's holding Lamb, and look for the blood by his neck. There.
It's gone. It's fucking gone.
He switched sides.
His other sword's still there, though.
Son of a bitch, they did it.
His other sword is there.
She switched sides. She was on the other side pre-healing.
No, she was on that side. She was on that side.
No, because wasn't the blood pouring to his left?
Yeah, the blood was on his
sword
left.
Blood was pouring to his left, so she's not
Yeah.
putting her knees in the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sword.
think.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
His sword's
you're right.
still there. Both
Yeah.
swords are there. So the twin blades of Malkira now are forever.
But the blood is gone.
Yep.
The blood is gone.
Back in his body. I don't know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Logain is still not shielded.
Yep.
I'm not attacking.
But he's stunned by
He's
how
overawed.
stunning and brave she is. He's so stunned.
That's true.
They legitimately, yeah, it was so stunning. He's actually stunned.
Yeah,
He's
it's a plot device.
He's like, oh, you just healed everybody. That's a shame. Lightning bolt.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to kill you first this time, and then I'm going to kill them again.
I gotta kill all of you again. God damn it. All right. Well, here we go.
Okay, it's just over there. Lightning bolt, magic missile.
Yeah. All the energy it would have taken out of all of them to do that amount of healing, they'd all be down in a coma for like days.
That's a good point. That none of them yeah.
But this is the difference about Nynaeve's healing in the books is she uses all 5 powers and she doesn't have
true.
the same drawback.
Yeah, but she's not. She doesn't know how to do anything.
I know, but she did it instinctively. But her methods of healing were better, and it didn't draw from.
That's not entirely true. So Think of
Well,
when she healed the
the prop.
Aiel. When we first meet Avienda, she heals Avienda's friend,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. But the
And
thing is, what this Super Saiyan heal, this group has more akin to when she heals Talmana's at the beginning of A Memory of Light, with all the weaves bursting out,
Hmm.
more than anything else. Like they supercharged Mary Sued her right away because you're right, she does go through a bit of an arc, learning how to heal and whatnot, but she gets super good by the end of it. And
yeah,
when she's in
yeah,
Saladar, she's you know
yeah. I mean, I
using other
guess,
powers, non-traditional healing powers in her weaves.
yeah. I
But
mean,
Right,
the
but
the
like
point I was making
exorcism
was,
stuff.
yeah, the point I was making was at this point in the story, and you're right that that's faulty logic. That they just jump to the end. They're sort of, you know, yeah. There's no arc here. There's just endpoint.
No
she's
training
got
involved.
she's got no growth. But looking forward to Nynaeve in season 2 because I don't think she was in that background teaser at all,
Nope. Nope.
unless she was one of the people riding on a horse. But yeah, you don't see
I,
Nynaeve.
I no, you don't see it at all. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well,
Thank goodness.
let's
Really look for the fishing line attached to her braid. They all seem to be in one direction at this point.
oh, she did a sweet head flick, and yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Lightning bolt. Fireball.
Like a raging sun. Okay.
Gayness.
And we
Heck-
settle the argument with this one line. Like, fucking
He's
hell,
crying.
people.
He's
He saw
crying.
it.
He's literally
crying.
tearing up.
Crying.
Man.
So I have a question.
What? Okay, I have a question. Why is
Why does
Why is Nynaeve able to heal Leandrin's coat?
yes,
The
the fabric.
So good at healing, she heals people's clothes.
No,
She just
here's I have a question though, a real question. Like, so Logain is insane, right? Right? Logain is
Look,
now
yes,
confirmed insane, right?
sure.
You
Mhm.
can't heal.
mm,
You can't heal insanity.
yeah,
So
you can.
Logain. No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Very late Nynaeve can eventually,
Eventually,
yeah.
late game Nynaeve
Yeah,
can.
I guess. I guess that's true.
Ishmael does it too in the prologue.
But
Temporarily.
temporarily, yeah, I guess that's true. But come on,
Never
what?
applied.
But you think he's gonna you think he's gonna go like this whole series being insane, and then she's eventually gonna, or do you think she's just gonna heal and
I
make him
think
sane?
I think they're going to
Logain is
treat the
going to be
insanity.
exactly as insane as the plot demands it to.
That is the answer. That is 100% the answer. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but Logain's not really going to come back into the story until Lord of Chaos, and
Bullshit.
they're not going to get.
Bullshit.
He
Do you
will
think
be
he's
all
going to be
over.
in season
Yep.
2?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
100%. He's gonna be all over it.
Oh, that's a good
Logain
prediction.
He's
Logain
gonna
is
be
going to
hanging
have
out with.
That might be worth a steak dinner. Like I said, I'm on the wrong side of a lot of bets this week because of that fucking season 3 announcement. But anyone want to take that? I don't think he's coming back.
Oh yeah, he'll be back.
There's
Logain is the only thing that people liked about this
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Why?
There's
What? Wait. What the? What
being
the
a
fuck?
name.
Why?
We actually we had this conversation on the Discord.
yeah.
Because Logain is given something to do, and audiences are intolerant of weak male characters.
And he's a competent
Where-
actor.
Yeah,
He's a good actor. Yeah, I like why did I like Logain the best in this whole show?
Good God, but
because he's Logain. That's it.
The answer is that
what do you
because
think you're gonna
Logain
get
speaks
for season 2 Logain? It's gonna be a weak male
Yep.
who's just crying and nuts.
Yep.
Sure.
Exactly.
You guys,
yes.
okay,
Yes.
Yep, exactly.
Did you? Yeah. Does that
Okay,
not
yeah.
exactly sound like something
You
Reggie
nailed
would
it.
beat off to?
You got. I've been making your argument for myself, and now I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
You nailed it. He's gonna be moping around Tarvalin. Him and Matt are gonna go have a little pity party in a room and go, "I'm such a bad."
He's probably
guy."
gonna have like 3 cold opens. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
He-
he's gonna be all over it.
The answer to the question of why people liked Logain is because of all of the male characters, he speaks the third best Italian. Like, it's like, sure,
I don't speak any
it's
Italian.
like I said, third
Keep your
best.
fucking mouth shut.
Italian.
Why do people like Logain the best? Because he's the only one that literally has an objective.
Yes.
She's pissed off that her dress got fixed too.
I think she's pooping.
You can only be
Like-
constipated for so
She's-
many
No,
scenes.
so that's the side effect of this.
Side effect of a fake death. Side
Yeah,
effect of a fake death.
No, and it's not a fake death of her healing. You lose control of all your bowels and evacuate, so they're all shitting right now.
What I was saying is that if you listen to South Park, when you die, you lose control of your bowels and you shit yourself. And so the fake death side effect is that you come back to life, but you did already shit yourself.
Yeah, but given the music in this fucking show, I'm pretty sure we hit the brown note like 17 times this episode.
I got you. Tips, I like that. I got you. They've already that's so she's shocked that she shat herself.
Yeah, all of
So
them
she
are
died. She's coming back post shit, and she's
Yes.
like, "Oh my god, I shat my."
That is-
Link with
that is-
me. He
that
made
is-
me shit my trousers.
that is the face of somebody who smells 10 other people's liquidy shits.
We're all brown sisters now.
And we are canceled. Rightly
Oh,
so.
We're all browns now. All of
Land
us.
got it.
Oh god, well done.
Land knows what's going on. He wore his brown pants.
Leandrin's joining the brown Aja.
They're all browns now.
You found your thumbnail for part 2.
Okay.
That'd be awesome if just like at the end was like, well, the Brown sisters just gained a bunch more members.
And we're
I'm
canceled.
I'm the sober one, guys. I'm the sober one. Just remember that.
Hey, we aren't coherent, but we are fun.
No, you're coherent. I'm just saying this show's drove me insane. I'm
Holy
not
shit.
drunk. I'm just insane.
I'm
All
nearly
right.
through a bottle.
All right, let's watch the discount sort of like gyrating link that we're about to see here.
Oh, is this?
Oh,
what
she
I
definitely
forgot
smelled
about-
it. She definitely smelled it.
She's like, you made me shit my pants.
Why the? Oh my!
Oh,
I like
it
All the women
explains.
got up and all the men stayed lying down.
Yes. It also explains the weird arm cross that they're
Look
doing
it
when
up.
they're linking because they're
pause.
covering their shit stained pants.
Wait, so
What-
we had
we're
to
gonna
make-
ha-
Go
no,
ahead.
we're gonna have to look for episode 8 whether they do the arm cross to link at Tarwin's Gap because I'm
She's
not
not-
sure if it.
that one.
No,
chick
no,
over
none
there is
none of these are at Tarwin's Gap. But if we want any confirmation
Dude.
that the hand motions have anything to do with channeling,
Why is she?
let's keep.
Why is she
let's keep-
standing on Land's head?
Yeah, standing on Land's head. Also, the second sword is gone.
Sword's gone.
Both swords are gone.
She's standing on Land's head. All the guys are still dead. Why did Nynaeve still like? What is wrong with her? She's
Both
a
swords are gone.
Yep.
Karenni's dead on the left.
Oh, that's Karenni. Okay,
Yep.
sorry.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Lan is in the middle, but
Max-
yes.
Wait, isn't that Max's? Maxim? Oh wait, no, Alana's not here. She was busy blowing up everybody.
Yeah.
If
I-
there were warders hurt, they're gone now.
Yep.
Everyone's doing this stupid cross hand down as like that's how we link kind of shit.
I think that red sister is the one that got killed
Shot,
earlier. She had a
Yeah, but
previous
there was
fake
a-
death.
there was a
so,
half-
so she's also
there was
had
a
two
half
fake
se-
deaths.
There was a half second where she was actually getting healed by I think one of the
Yeah,
greens.
I saw
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
the reason-
I saw that.
The reason I'm bringing that up though
So-
is that we explained away them not being fatigued because it was
Yeah.
Nynaeve's special sauce healing, but this one over here, no special
Yeah.
sauce
Oh, yeah, she-
healing.
Yeah, no
She'd be
special
tired
sauce.
as fuck.
So-
Yeah.
so
okay.
real quick, I have a theory. So is this Leandrin trying to help Lan wake up by making him smell her shit?
It's like a smelling salt.
Smelling salts, yeah.
No,
so
no.
stinky that he's trying. Get up, Lan. Smell my fucking feces. No, no.
Is she
Uh,
teabagging him?
Teabag. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think she's
Come on,
straight
you're
up.
the gamer, bud, right? It's like she's
She,
getting over his head and basically
I,
just like crouch,
no,
crouch, 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 crouch.
I think she's straight up standing on his fucking head.
Just boot right in his mouth.
What the fuck is this?
Why of all places right there? Like, like, like step forward a few steps. I don't understand.
This was a
Visually,
Yip, what
deliberate
the
choice.
visually, it's
what
very
the
interesting.
fuck was
Yeah.
Wayne Yip thinking?
Wayne Yip is
Alex,
terrible at this.
warn the people what they're in for, Alex.
Again.
This is serious. This is what you're gonna get from Rings of Power. Also, can you imagine being Zoe Robbins and like your only acting role is fucking Power Rangers, and then you get cast in this? Like, you have to think that everything you're going to be in for the rest of your life is going to be color coordinated people doing nonsense hand gestures.
She's been typecast.
Isn't she the Yellow Ranger too? I
I
heard
think
that.
I
isn't
think
she the
she's
White Ranger?
Ranger.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was gonna say that would be just too perfect if she was the yellow. She's gonna be wear yellow for the rest of her damn life.
Elf.
Yeah.
Has Power
Anyways.
Rangers finally stopped like
No.
racially casting people? Like, are they still casting the Asian
I-
Ranger as yellow and the Native American guy as red?
No, because
I
it
hope
became
so.
the subject of too many memes. They finally had to change it. Hence her being the White Ranger, and
Saber-tooth tiger.
So the Black Ranger is Ginger?
Yes. I don't
Have
know.
they cast a male as the Pink Ranger yet?
One day.
Saber-tooth tiger.
I think it's an old College Humor skit though, with the like the racist Zordon or whatever, and he's just signing the rolls out, and at a gag at the end is like there's two black guys, and it's like you'll be the other Black Ranger. And it was a great.
Okay,
it
I'm
was a
gonna
great
go look at
sketch.
that, and then I'm gonna get into a College Humor fucking.
Everybody, I'll find the
wormhole.
video. I'll find the video. I'll put a link in the description when we share this up on YouTube.
I will say this: I looked up Nature Walk.
It's great.
It was
Great
pretty
video.
neat. It was pretty neat.
It's pretty neat. How neat is that? Okay, let's keep going.
See you, Adia. Love that you joined us.
She meant it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
I love how she just shows up and doesn't even hesitate.
Yeah, she's like, oh, we're breaking tower law. I'm fucking in.
I am in. Fuck you.
that's a lie.
That's not nature. Fuck you, bitch.
Our motion here is
Yes.
incredible. I feel like I'm watching Step Up.
Yes.
Wait, are they sucking shit out of Karini too? Like, it looks like there's.
It kinda
stuff coming
does.
out of her.
Maybe
It
I
kind of
love how
does.
Mr. I love how
they'll milk her corpse for the last ounce of strength.
Look at Spear Boy over there in the corner. He's got a
Worth
spear
noting.
over his
Worth
shoulder,
noting.
and
The
then,
swords are back.
You know, and
Swords are back.
Stepin's over there going, dumb fucker. Like, Stepin's. How is Stepin dead? Yeah,
He's not dead because he has to kill himself in the next
that's
episode.
right. He's got to prove he doesn't want to be a gay man.
Look at the men standing around like completely fucking uselessly.
Why doesn't Ivron shoot an arrow at him? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, there's Beard Guy. Beard Guy's on the back wall. He made it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're one of these warders, aren't you just like, all right, so we're killing this dude, right? And they're like, no, that would be against tower law. We can't do that.
What would be great if she goes to like gentle him and she slips on Land's blood. It's like, ah.
It's also great too because they've already established in this episode that gentling a man is the same as killing. It's just it's the freaking meme from Rick and Morty. It's just killing with extra steps.
Right.
Oh boy. Oh wait, hey, there's another warder with a sword over there. Look at that.
But the sword's still on the ground, so it's not that
Yeah, I
warder's
know.
sword.
No,
Land's
it's
sword
not
is in
that- 2 pieces.
two pieces.
Split down the
lengthwise.
middle. That's why there's two. Come on,
Oh my
guys.
God. It's split down the middle.
Is a hot dog split, not a hamburger split.
Shit, what?
Exactly. Oh my fucking
I
God,
can't
god.
this
think.
show
I'm
is
trying
so
to.
terrible. We
I'm
want to
trying to
talk
think.
about literally anything other than what we're seeing. Like,
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what movie it is. That guy takes the one sword, he's got it, and then all of a sudden he just like breaks it apart, and it's two of the exact same sword.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
I
In
don't.
fact,
Is that it?
oh,
I believe it is.
that's
Okay.
one of the best fucking fight scenes ever. And you know what? Two women fighting each other. But it's
Okay.
brilliant. You know what? I got that DVD on my wall, or my shelf, which is on my wall. Sorry guys, I am like 90% through this bottle of wine. I'm gonna go watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon after this, especially that scene, because
Western
I
hot
need.
take. Big
Back
Trouble in Little China.
back on topic, to the point that we don't want to talk about anything about this show. Alex, what do you have to say about the lighting on Moraine's face right now?
She's just very pale.
What is there to say about it? The lighting in the show is exactly like
No one else thinks that she's the only character whose face is lit. It's not just white.
Yeah.
The dude on the right was the freaking pale vampire monster in the overhead shot. That is not a skin complexion thing. That is, they put a light on Moraine because she's the main character.
I was going to say we clearly have like a light source coming from the left because you
Yes.
can see Leandrin doing
Her shadow pose.
I was going to say the salute of late 1930s, early 1940s Germany.
And we're canceled.
Channeling
But
is
the
so bad in this
also
show.
coming straight forward because we have to highlight Moraine. And the holes in the top of this cave are literally exactly wherever it needs to be.
Yes.
How stupid are they gonna feel when they learn that one of the head Black Aja people they let him still Logain?
Mm.
Oh wait, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. When
Shadow Aja.
What?
Steve. Shadow Aja.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Or the
Okay,
dark
sorry.
Aja that's not black.
They're just gonna call it purple, right?
Maybe. But we're also not sure if Elida is being merged with Leandrin.
Oh
So
boy.
there's some ambiguity as to whether or not
You
this
know what?
character, Leandrin, is actually black
I
or
don't even.
Shadow.
I don't even like Eladia, and I think that's a terrible idea. But
Oh,
we can
it
continue.
is objectively a terrible idea. And
I hate. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I know there's some other Wheel of Time commenters who don't like the word objectively being used. Alex can go rant about that later, but objectively, it's a bad idea.
Is there like he talks so much about like being like racially aware and racially sensitive about stuff, and then does just some of the most like racist shit. Like the way this dude handles racial issues, he's going to be like, we're calling it the Shadow Aja, not the Black Aja. And then Moraine is gonna drop like a hard R N bomb in this next season. Like that is seriously the way this dude handles like these racial issues. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, I'm just stoked for Trans Galad, to be quite honest, because they're going
Dude,
to do a lot of misgendering.
if
Oh,
Trans Galad actually happens, every single one of you owes me a beer because I called that like as it was coming out.
I feel like
You
there
name the
was.
beer, I'll send you a fucking case, my friend.
I feel like there were several discussions about that on the subreddit before it got nuked. I felt like that was a widely
Yeah,
held
but
theory. I feel like.
well, in part it's because of how Galad or Galad or whatever it gets described in the books as almost being feminine. Right? He's so beautiful, he almost looks like a girl, like he's lithe and he's got like features and whatnot. So I guarantee you that Ragnar read that and was like, fuck yeah.
Oh,
Trans
100%.
act. And when all of us started adopting the moniker of White Cloaks, I think he was just like, great. You're Lord Captain Commander. Your hero. This is the way he's going to stick it to us. But what he doesn't get is like, we are going to laugh our fucking asses off when that happens. Zelia, whatever her hyphenated name is. I am so looking forward to season 2 for that specifically.
I'm just really looking forward to the scene where Discount Season 2 Matt beats Trans Galad's face in with a quarterstaff.
God, you think that's gonna
They've
happen?
they've
They're
already
gonna
said they're modifying it to make it more realistic.
Oh, God. They're all gonna hook up and they're gonna daisy chain, and that's my obligatory daisy chain comment for this part of episode 4.
All right, let's
We have like 45 seconds left.
I know, we need to get through it. We're at an hour and 20 minutes.
Nice. I will say I've had a lot more fun on this one than the first half, but that has to do with my drinking.
So, do you think this incantation is necessary?
No.
I mean,
But
yes,
even
to the
the way
plot.
they gentle him and pull like the shadow out of him,
Why are they lifting him up in the air? Like,
none of this is good. None of this makes sense. None of this is like, oh, that's how I pictured gentling happens. Like, for fuck's sake, okay, how many stillings do we actually see on screen?
they're not this big a affair. They just cut him off.
So severing, right, which is what they called it in the Age of Legends before it got, split into gentling and stilling. But how many times does that actually appear on screen? Because Liana and Swan
Juan.
get it done, but it's off screen.
Yep.
I don't think it ever does it happen on screen at all.
I think the only time is at Dumai's Wells, right? When Rand
Yeah.
crushes 3 of them. But what he doesn't do is lift them up in the air and pull fucking
Yeah, and he
black
doesn't
shadow out of them.
Yeah, he doesn't do it on purpose either. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just does it. He just sees the knots and crushes them. So
Yeah.
this is just some bullshit right here. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh man,
Good.
man.
Lord. And tear. I'm crying.
Oh my god. Is that the second or third dramatic tear in this episode? Because I know there was a dramatic
him?
tear. No, the dramatic tear was in the previous episode.
Who teared it?
Probably Rand. Rand does all the crying in the world in this show.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the dramatic blood splatter.
Yes.
It's okay. This sucked.
It's
I'm
Are we at
wondering,
the
like,
end? Is the can we just
Sort
get
of.
just
Dude,
make
why
it
is
stop?
channeling so long and quirky and just retarded looking?
Moraine realizing that what she's done.
think any of the other Aes Sedai like so do you do that incantation with every man you gentle? You seem to really have that memorized.
This right here. Pause. Go
Man's
back
like,
to
it's
Rand
like-
clutching
it's
his neck,
It's like,
please.
I got a sore throat, man. I need a lozenge.
Wait. Am I healed?
God damn it! I thought I was done with the show.
Just when I thought I was out.
Where's all
They
my
pulled me
where's all-
back in.
Where's
Oh
all the
my
blood?
Is the blood back in my body?
He literally put the blood back in.
Why does my blood feel so sandy?
Why do
He's
I
gonna
taste
have the
sand?
worst kidney stones in the world.
There's sand in my mouth. What is
fuck.
going on?
Fuck.
Shit, when I take a shit later, it's gonna be fucking hard as a rock.
Sandstone. Oh.
Those are different braids.
Yes. Yes.
What?
Yes.
It looks way thicker than before.
What is she different braids?
He channeled so hard, it freaking her weave got fucked up. Man, she was channeling hard, bro. He's just like, I'm channeling. Oh my god.
Cornrows before.
Oh
Um,
my god, dude.
I think
I'm fucking
uh,
crying. I'm crying.
I don't feel like we
Please
can
stop,
safely
I'm
talk
crying.
about this without being canceled. I think we just need to just smile and wave,
No,
boys. Smile and wave. Move on.
She just go,
No, that was me.
This is
Oh.
the end shot. This is
Why is she
This is the
looking
money
into
shot.
the camera?
Because she might be the dragon. Fuck the show.
Why
I got
is the
news.
shot so long?
I got news for you, sweetheart. You're not the fucking dragon. No matter what this show tries to
All
tell you.
right, wait. Let's go
Oh,
through the credits because
just
now
no.
we can
No.
see who is to blame.
The
No.
Clarkson
The
twins?
Clarkson twins own a
First-
big portion of this.
Wait a second. Why did they hire twins to be editors?
Because they suck.
Obviously.
The Clarkson twins are writers. They wrote a couple episodes, and then what they do is they have somebody write it, like one writing team write it. One of the writing teams is usually one person, but the Clarkson twins, for whatever reason, do it together.
And they suck at it, obviously.
Yes, they're horrible.
Yeah, confirmed.
These are the ones that hadn't read the books, right?
I believe so.
I'm gonna be honest
Good
here.
lord.
I forgot Tom Maryland was in this episode until just now.
Wait, he wasn't, was he? That was an imposter.
Uh,
You're thinking of Mom Terrelin.
Yeah.
Monterland. Excuse me.
Hila and
Who is
Rain
Lena?
just really getting a good time there. You know, showing a lot of screen time over to the Tinkers. It's good.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. If you had told me to guess Aram's name, Daryl McCormick would not have been it.
I told you. I told
say
you
what you
he
will
had an
about
Irish
Ayula
accent.
Smart, but she's at least called Ayula.
You are a racist, sir. I can't believe I streamed with you.
All right, we can't.
Wait, me or Alex?
We
All
can't
of
keep
you.
going through this. We can't just put it back
say
on
what,
night.
say what you got to say there, Steve.
It's okay.
It's
I'm right there
okay.
with you. I'm a bigot.
Just
I'm a
Fucking
bigot
hell.
too. What can I do?
just
Fuck
pause it back on the money shot, and let's wrap this up.
King of
Oh.
Gelden. They didn't even give him a name. He's just a
Oh,
king.
there it is.
I'm such a badass.
Like,
Fear me.
seriously, if you are the director, so okay, you sit down with your director of cinematography, and you make your shot list for the movie or the episode rather, and you decide, like, you and he together, along with probably Judkins, decide, yes, we are going to end this on an ultra close up of like Nynaeve in her ultimate Yas Queen moment. Like,
Nice.
nobody tell me.
I love
that
it.
this
I want to
show-
wank to this. In fact, I've wanked twice already in my
Logain did it.
cage.
Logain already did it. Yeah.
Nobody tell me this is not a feminist power exhibition when this is the last shot of an episode.
Dude,
Like,
her little freckles look fake on her nose. They look sort of like painted on to me.
It might be dirt.
dude,
They got kind of dirty in this.
no
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
There is a phenomenal story about how much Disney abuses their CGI artists, which is we forgot to put dust on Black Widow's face, so I'm going to need you to CGI dirt on her face.
Yeah, well, see, so that's the problem going on with all media right now is we have taken all you gotta do is look at, well, for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I don't know how we've gone forward, however many years it's been, 10 years, and CGI has gone backwards. And but because one, I mean, it's being overused
Yeah.
for everything,
Yeah.
and the quality is fucking worse. I swear to God, my father had the Lord of the Rings 4K on. I walk downstairs, Golem's on the screen. I swear to God, that thing exists. That's a real thing, and that's all CGI.
It's good. Yeah.
That's all
Dude,
CGI. Golem looks fucking real. Everything in that movie looks. Some of it you can see is like okay, you can see the CGI because it's 4K, right? We
Yep.
can see it's a little CGI, but Golem for 100%. You look at that thing. I swear to God, I looked at it going, I gotta see. I can't tell. I can't tell. And the only other thing that's like, I mean, you can sort of say maybe some of the Jurassic Park movie CGI still is good, but I don't
but
understand the
Jurassic
CGI.
Park came out in
No,
1993.
I mean
Is
the
it
newer ones.
93 or
Some of the dinosaurs in the new ones look okay. At least they used to. I don't know if they still do in the new one, but Jurassic Park. Oh yeah, that's exactly my point. Jurassic Park, the dinosaurs. You can convince me there's a fucking island out there with dinosaurs on them. They look so good,
Dude,
right?
I was 8 years old and I called my mother a liar to her face when she told me that dinosaurs weren't real. And I pointed to that movie and
Yeah,
said,
hell yeah.
no, dinosaurs are real.
And
Like,
we're now here where we get this janky CGI. You get weird looking arrows. You get freaking stuff that look. You got Trollocs that can't run. You got it's. How did we get here? How did we go from technology is supposed to move forward, and CGI has moved backwards.
well, you're 100%
Theory.
right. And if you want to know what the answer is, it is Netflix and Disney have bought up every competent CGI artist on the planet.
Yeah, but
That
their
was
CGI, but their CGI is the worst. Their CGI isn't even good.
Well,
so
that's the problem is that
but it's better than fucking Amazon.
Well, that
the production rate has outstripped the ability to produce it.
So
Like,
Alex is saying exactly what my theory was going to be, which is that we forget at the end of the day that CGI artists are actually that they're artists, right? So
right.
there's
Absolutely.
that's a low density skill, people who actually have talent in visual arts,
Yep.
and the proliferation of CGI heavy content has just absolutely outstripped the capacity of the fairly small number of truly talented CGI artists. So when
Right.
CGI was a new thing, you had a few studios who had essentially all of the CGI artists, and they were working on only the few products or projects that needed CGI. And so they had a few artists who were able to dedicate the time and resources required to make good
And
work,
they were the best of the
and
best
they were the
because
best.
if it was a
Yeah,
smaller market, right? They
yeah.
Yep.
And so
if you were a hack CGI artist, you wouldn't have made it because there was no work for you.
the market has expanded to the point where a lot of studios are using people who would never have made the cut 10, 20 years ago in CGI. And so that's what it is. It's you have too many CGI companies with too few good, truly talented CGI artists are making subpar work, and it's just being accepted because there's no alternative unless you're
Right.
willing to just wait for years and years and years to get projects done.
So
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
if
Sorry.
we want to
the
wrap
other
up this
aspect of
episode
this,
here, or do we want to keep talking CGI?
well,
Up to you guys.
in this show, it's particularly relevant because this
Okay.
show was hitting post production in
Oh,
late
Dane's hiccuping
2020.
again.
No,
Uh,
I'm laughing.
Rings
It
of
wasn't a
Power
hiccup. I
was
was laughing. I was doing
hitting
my in-breath
production.
laugh.
All right, let Alex go.
So this show is hitting post production in late 2020. Um, or that was sort of the bulk of it. Rings of Power was just sort of finishing sort of a couple of episodes of filming in that same time period. And let me assure you, every competent CGI artist on Amazon's payroll was working on Rings of Power. They were not working on this. The say what you will about Rings of Power, that show looks incredible. Purely looking at the CGI, some of the decisions they've made with the CGI look like ass, but holy shit, the trees and that dwarven city, there is no
Yeah.
PS2 looking fucking arrows in that show,
They
and
forgot
they absolutely gutted the
they
post
had
production of this show to make that show happen.
they had to borrow the wardrobe from the show though because the wardrobe's hideous.
don't even. Yeah, Jesus, that show has so many problems. But if there is one thing that show does not have, they dumped money into that thing. Like
Oh yeah.
it is unreal.
It's not
Yeah.
going to make it good though.
Oh no, the writing is going to be fucking horrendous. Like, I it, I
It's
know a
like
little
a
bit about
month
what
and
happens in
3
that show.
weeks.
Yeah, like if
Or
you really want it ruined, don't watch that.
not here, but we'll take that offline, Alex.
I will
I'd like to
say,
hear.
if you want to know what Rings of Power is going to look like, imagine the Wheel of Time if Rafe Judkins had not been even slightly constrained by the books. Like that's what Rings of Power is going to be.
All right.
You
I
you
have a
mean if
quick
instead of 15
comment.
books that he only had 11 pages to work with? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that Galadriel is what Rafe Judkins imagined Egwene is like, but um, wow, it's gonna be rough.
Okay. Ending question. Do you think that this show would ever have ended on Egwene's nose as they are ending on Nynaeve's nose here?
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Mole, 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 mole.
They
I'm
proved.
surprised episode 8 didn't end on Egwene's nose like this.
I mean, they even got it into the behind the scenes shot. The one shot of Egwene has the moly in it. So I mean, yeah, 100%.
I'm canceled.
I still
All
think
right.
I still think who was it that said that the mole will pop out of her nose when they blow the horn? It'll be one of the heroes of the horn.
Was that Man of Manethrin or was it OBG? I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure who it was. I was like, what? It's like, okay.
All right.
That's really mean. I'm sorry.
We
Sorry.
Did
apologize so we don't get canceled,
did they
but
I'm
we don't
sure
really
care. We'll
did
just become a different YouTube channel if we get
I'm
canceled.
sure she's a fine young woman.
did they
I
really
mean, she's
name
not a
She's
bad
not.
looking.
did they really
Okay, whatever.
name
I
this
don't know.
episode The Dragon Reborn? Did I like
They did.
They did.
Yes,
But
They absolutely did.
they did.
just wait though. Do you guys want to guess what the next episode is called?
Blood calls blood,
Yeah,
bastard.
Yeah.
That
blood
one
calls
pissed.
blood.
The fact they called it blood calls blood and it has nothing to do with dark prophecy pissed me off. But I'm not gonna go there. That's for your
Oh,
next
it has to
reading.
do with Stepin.
That's a dark
Why?
prophecy.
It's you know what? Coming up, guys,
Yeah,
and let
coming up
me
next
kind of
week.
take over here. So next week we are going to be moving on to episode 5. This is going to be even worse. I think this episode 4, I hope we've detailed for a lot of you. This is so fucking bad. Like the fight scene at the end was bad. The linking nukes the whole plot of the episode, and it was bad. Everything about the fade at the Grinwell farm and the fight, that was all bad. There are like 7 minutes of the same conversation amongst the Tinkers, and it was bad. This is a terrible episode. This rates at like 1 out of 10, but it is by far, everyone agrees, the best episode of the season. The next episode that we're going to get to is episode 5, which is Stepin's episode. This was the make it or break it moment for a lot of people, and it broke a hell of a lot of people. We are going to go through this in detail. We've got our guests lined up. We're going to take 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks to kind of go through it. I hope you guys are enjoying our content. Like, comment, subscribe if you think this is halfway decent. And let me give final thoughts to Pips, then Alex, and finally to Steve, who was our special guest for this night.
I think I've talked enough for an episode. I will cede the remainder of my time to the esteemed gentleman from Shinar, the prophet, the one and only prophet of the dragon.
So am I going now? Okay. I thought Alex was going next. I'll go. This episode is shit. This episode is shit. I look forward to watching you guys rip apart episode 5 and the rest because they're, as to quote Salty Texas Sea, this is all counterfeit. This has nothing to do with the Wheel of Time, but it is fun to rip it apart and show how far off the rails has gone. So, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I hope everybody subscribes to the White Cloaks. We got to get them some more subs, get them up to 1,000 at some point. We'll get you guys there. But and if you want to subscribe to me, become a member. I don't know, do some of that stuff. I'll be streaming. I'll be doing all this, playing games with my son, interviewing my son, making fun of stuff, calling stuff out. So thank you for having me, guys. I'll obviously be. I hope watching your further content on the rewatch.
We love you, buddy.
And you're everywhere,
Alex,
right?
yeah.
Man.
You're Twitter, Facebook, the whole thing, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't got Facebook. I got a twit. I think it's
Salty Valkyrie, Manamanethrin. Yeah, you've been all over the place, bud. You've been rampant.
Trying to keep it going. So
nice.
We'll see. We'll see if I can keep her going. Keep building the channel up. Looking forward to. Hopefully season 2 is where we all break through a little bit. So.
I think we're all gonna have like 100,000 subs by the end of season 2. It's gonna be fucking great. I'm stoked. We're gonna be so rich.
There's only gonna be
right, Alex.
It's not even gonna be 100,000 people that watch episode or season 2.
They wait. They will if we are commenting on it as it happens.
It'll be like a Batwoman episode. The only people watching it are the people that are making fun of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, you guys joke. If The Last Jedi will always be the hallmark of what launched 1,000 YouTube ships, Rings of Power is going to be damn close. Like that is going to be a career maker for people.
Yeah.
But season 2 of this show, like, what do you even say when somebody channels so hard on accident that they switch wigs?
I don't know. Is that a I don't know what element that would be. Is that air or water or spirit?
It's earth.
Soul.
I feel like saying spirit is a little racist.
I fixed it. She channeled soul.
Soul power.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in a week. Hope you guys had fun. I did, but that's because I polished off a bottle of wine in the second half and I went through the first one sober. Never doing that again. See you, boys.
And walk in the light.
Hail the dragon.